Yeah, who are the 4 stars that are with us? Is it just completely random? Is it just like a? Is this essentially the base banner? There's no rate up 4 stars, I guess. Oh shit, 5 star. So what was this? Tenth? It's the fifth temple. So it's an early win. Let's see, do I get her or not? Shit, no, I do not. So I lost my 50-50. Now, cool. You know, Fushan is still useful. Because like even if I still needed to pull after like even if I still needed to pull like to get Archer's uh, light cone, I could have still pulled on her banner and maybe gotten a constellation for Saber. So it is unfortunate that I lost. Because even if I do need to have to put in 200, I could be going in with a a 2 constellation Saber. Okay, here we go. Here's my 5 star. Now, this is guaranteed because I already lost my 50-50. I got Fushuan, which is fine. So this is guaranteed to be Saber. Wow, that was literally the first one. So yeah, like my previous I did lose my Fushuan to lose my 50 to Fushuan, but like I didn't have constellations for her, and she's not bad. Like Fushuan has her own usages. Um, Obviously, obviously preventing damage in their entirety is better, but it's also pretty good to. Okay, so I can get the light cone, Archer's light cone, in 70 more pulls, which is approximately how many pulls I will need um, to get Saber's weapon. So, like, realistically speaking, because I lost my 50-50, I'm going to be able to, get get Archer's light. It would have been nice if I got Saber first and then gotten her again, so I could get some extra constellations. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, well there we go. So I can now redeem Archer's Lycon. So I really hope I win. This should be um, this should be a 5 star because I did 70 polls. This should be the 80th. So I really hope I get her Lycon because it would really suck if I. Actually, wait. Let me just redeem this real quick. Uh, Yay! I just want to make sure. Okay, so it's just one. I was wondering if it was like every 200 polls can get you that, but it seems like not. Okay. So this should get me the light cone. Yep, there's the rainbow. Well, this should give me a light cone. So it's again still 75% chance to get the one I want. That's what it is. It really sucks if I lose both the 50-50 and then the 75-25. Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. That would have blown losing both of them. Losing 50-50 is not terrible, because like I can always use... Like, getting constellations for characters is fine, right? Makes my characters stronger. That's all well and good. But, like, losing for the light cones sucks. Because, like, you... Like, getting a new character or getting new eidolons for a character, like, is useful in and of itself. But, like... Yeah, but getting... Oh, see, they pull her up if she's pinned. Yeah, I like that. I like the simple design. Right, let's go with that. So, increase go. Okay, one using ultimate attack. Good. Nice. Yeah, and I already pre-farmed. It seems it's hard to tell. It's kind of a weird one. So like obviously 36% crit damage, yeah, that's just flat out good. It's good for everybody. Everyone wants more crit damage. Well, I guess not everyone. Nihility characters don't because because their dots don't crit. Although I think I hear that there's going to be like they're adding a character that will allow your dots to crit, so that might be more useful. But yeah, basically for destruction, yeah, crit damage, awesome. There's no destruction that cannot use crit damage. Um, when using ultimate, increases wear attack by 40%. That can be a little weird. Yeah, but like, well, it's the energy one I think will be super useful. So yeah, but Welt's. Welt's a weirdo. Also, his dot is not really like his dot. He doesn't give a debuff. But yeah, our Acheron is Acheron and Welts, while technically being nihility, don't really actually apply well a damaging debuff. Like Welt just slows, and like even for Pela, for instance, also just does a debuff, a damage down. But I'm talking about like actual dots. Dots don't crit, so therefore any character that triggers dots or it puts on dots, you don't give a shit about their crit rate, crit damage. So that's why for like Sampo, Gunaifen, and uh, Black Swan and Kafka, you don't need crit. Now, obviously, it helps having crit and crit damage helps for their actual main damage, but all the dot damage, which is like the primary source. But I think I think the energy part of this is really interesting. So obviously, crit damage, great. Attack percent, yeah, who doesn't need attack percent, right? Um, so while she's in her ultimate, she gets, yeah. If each stack, well, I mean, each stack determines the crit. Or it determines the damage. But yeah, like if you get shitloads of stacks on her and then also crit, that would be really cool. Um, so the attack is good. I think the energy one is really interesting. It'd be hard to tell, but like the fact that when you use your ultimate, you get 10% of your energy back. Now, I assume she has 300 energy or more um, to make to make use of that. What's her max energy? 360. So she gets 36 after using her burst. She gets 36 energy back. I think that will be incredibly useful.
うん。いつでも出陣できます。
So like that will be hard to beat simply
これ
because
までの
like
試練や戦いのように。
energy is tricky. Like there's just so few ways to get energy. Like yeah, sure. There's the you can the only like energy regen you can get is just by the rope or your
これまでの
light
試練や
cones
戦いのように。
or other allies. But if you need to use your other allies to get you energy because your energy costs are so great, then that gets a little tricky because it just limits who you can bring for a character and limits the teams that you can be with, which it's not the end of the world,
これま
obviously,
での
but
試
like
練や戦いのように。
it's nice when you can like fiddle
政
around and
権
be
の
like,
担い手と
cool,
して
use this character and that.
恥じることのない戦いを。
Yep. I mean, I've been streaming for 15 whole minutes. But yeah, there are people who, yeah, Ho Ho will definitely help. Her energy, her energy is always useful.
美味しい。
But then it means you just have to, would kind of have to use her. Although you kind of want to use her anyway because of, because she's wind as well. But like you could maybe use her with Hysine because you might not need Ho Ho. I mean, probably not. I mean, you still probably will want Ho Ho just because of how great her energy is. Yeah, and I mean, like getting 10% of your energy back after using your ultimate is not really going to change much. It'll be like cool, you know. It'll save you a turn or two maybe. Um, so you definitely need some extra shit. Oh, actually, shit! I forgot to check out my other light cones too. I gotta. What light cones did I get? Okay, so I can scrap that. All I try to do is I try to get two max rank copies of every single 4-star, and then once I have 2 copies, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't need any more. Yeah, those. I already have two. Yeah, I definitely have 2 of those. Oh, hey. I haven't maxed that out yet. What's wrong one? That's nice. I got my 5-star early, but I didn't get her. So I I think it was only 5 10 pulls in, and then but I lost my 50/50. So it's like shit. So I was like, oh cool, I got it early, and I lost. Now luckily, well not really. I don't know how lucky or not. I got Fushuan as the loss, so I didn't get a bad 4-star. I got one of the new ones that I put on the to replace the old. Where's it past? Do I have 2 of those already? Right, that's a memories of past. Do I not have like 1? Oh, yeah, I only have the last time I pulled, I actually got a blade. Like so, I didn't have blade before. I had Fushuan before, so I just got an extra consolation for losing. But I didn't have blade, so when they were like, "Hey, we're gonna add blade, Sele, and Fushuan as like standard banner replacement characters for losing your 50/50," I was like, "Oh, cool! I don't have blade." And like, I mean, I didn't really particularly care, but with all the changes they made, I'm pretty sure I have all the changes they made, I'm like, oh, okay, they made it a little better. Okay, cool. So that's ones I don't need. That sucks. Let's see. I have my caster's team is. Yeah, I didn't get Sunday. I put in Hysine because she's super useful. Hysine also she's super helpful because she gives an HP buff. So she buffs Tribby's and Castros's damage by increasing max HP. But at least I got the light counter. So losing 50/50 kind of sucks. But like I think I only had to do an extra 10 pull. So I guess I had to do 210 pulls total. So at least I got. Yeah. She is very, very powerful. I think I I think I used one of my I think I got Luocha when they allowed you to like select him directly. Cause like I didn't have him before, so I was like, oh, I'll use him, and then I'm like, sure, he's fine, but like he didn't seem to heal enough. Also, he keeps like wasting his like super heal, his like every 2 turn heals. He wastes all his like 2 turn heal, like his heal that he can do every 2 turns on like healing the dragon, and you're just like, come on, I don't need to heal the fucking dragon. Heal, like save your fucking heal for my actual party members. Yes. The meme is that his nickname is Fat Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I have the same problem. It's the same problem that I have with Linksha, is that like she like wastes her like she wastes her free heal for the party like at weird times, and it's like god damn it, like if you like her turn was like coming up right then, like if you just like I mean I already got Ron May on the first thing, so I was like, oh, we get a free picker, okay, well I'll just pick Locha because I don't have him. So Ron May is useful, and she's really really helpful for break teams. But yeah, like as a I mean, her personality is obviously kind of fucked up. Yeah, the timing for it is just so weird because you're just like, okay, cool. Like she can keep her little bunny going, um, but like there are just some times where like the bunnies, where like if the enemies are able to blast way too much damage too quickly just after your free low health heal goes off, then before her bunny can gets a turn or before she gets a turn, like people can die, which is like really fucking annoying. Whereas like because it has to be her. She's like it's the bunny's turn or her turn, and that's it. Whereas like with Ho Ho, it's like anytime anyone can do if anyone can do their burst, you get a little heal from that. So like you can kind of control some stuff. Okay, so let's see. What stuff do I got? Do I have anything good? Oh, I leveled up something. That was Jesus. I could re-roll that because like almost anything would be better than that. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was amazing. That was fucking insane. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Okay, let's full send. Damn, that was if that was I was kind of hoping for speed. I saw a number. I'm like speed. Come on, crit damage. Fortunate. Okay, not great. Not terrible either. Holy shit! God damn. Better. Actually, I don't know. Is there any other subset she needs? Of course, it rolls into one thing I don't need. And the other thing that is the least important. Oh, hey, more good damage. Nice. Jeez, 2 attack rolls. I don't know. Like, I don't. Uh, it's not great. I don't really. Or do I need more attack? I don't think I need more attack though. I don't. Or I mean, I always. Oh wow, she her best in slot is energy. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. So she's 360 max energy. That is a fuckload of energy she needs. So this is all crap, except for crit damage. This is break effect is useful. Okay, I'll attack. Can't, can't go super wrong with attack, I guess. Okay, so it's everything leveled. Okay, so what's my score? S rank, nice. Yeah, like I don't think she's broken. I don't think they made her insanely difficult, insanely broken. Core resonance. I don't know what that is. Eh, that's not super cool. Like 15% defense shred. Like who gives a shit? But let's see. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like I mean, oh wow, shit, 20% nice.
サーバントにとってこちらの世
Really
界での
nice.
成長は新鮮な体験ですね。
That is confusing. I don't know what all that said. That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. Oh, hey, she gets bonus
サ
energy.
ーバントにとってこちらの世界での
Yeah,
成
it
長
did.
は新
That's the
鮮な
only
体
part I
験です
saw.
ね。
I'm like, cool, nice. So I have 56%, and then there's still some like substats as well. So we'll see what that is. The annoying thing is the trace doesn't actually add it to the stat page, so I can't actually. Fuck. Let's do this one. It doesn't add to the, it's all crit. So maybe I should have gotten. God damn. Increases her crit rate damage
サー
by
バントにとって
50%.
こちらの世界での成長は新
Yeah,
鮮
because
な
it
体験
did
です
seem
ね。
like this one, where it's like by using her skill and consuming core resonance, she can get skill points for allies. So it's like that. The shitty thing about using skill points is that you're depriving them from other allies, and other allies have to use something else. But if she can regenerate skill points, um, even just a little bit, okay, she gains one core. When any ally uses ultimate, okay. Okay, so she gets energy back. Oh, I see. Yeah, so she's kind of shit without other people. So she's a really, really bad as a solo thing. I can see what you mean when you said that she's not really good at restoring, or she takes like 100 turns to do anything by herself. Is because she's using her allies to regenerate energy for herself. That's the released golden set. Okay. Nice. It's a core resonance. What consumes core resonance? Ah, there we go. Oh, I see. So if she can consume all energy points, if basically if she's close enough to a full ult by consuming core res, so she basically accrues core resonance, and if she can, and she gets 8 energy for each core resonance she has, but when she's close enough to her being able to use her ultimate, she'll consume all core resonance to instantly go and give her a huge boost. And also your skill gets increased for every little bit you have. Oh, actually, no, I see. Never mind. Regardless, after using her skill, just it uses her. It uses up all her core resonance. So she gets 3 core resonance for every ally who uses their ultimate. So any allies that have, yeah, and anytime an ally uses an ultimate, she gets core resonance. So if you have allies that can ult a lot, that will boost her damage because then she'll just be popping shitloads of core resonance all the time. Okay, so I have 8. Nice. I have enough to max her out. Full send. Let's see, is this one? Increase your attack in 2. I mean, it's 2. It's not the most. Actually, what's really amazing though is because there's a lot of simulated universe buffs. Well, first of all, you go into simulated universe with full energy, so one, she can do her burst immediately, and then all her allies using burst will give her shitloads of core resonance. Yeah, I did. I set her as the target. I was only using 3 of 9. Just double check that. Yeah, I set her as a target for a while, so I thought she was coming out with this banner, or I thought she was coming out with the patch. I mean, not really. I don't for the for energy for this I don't, because usually whenever they release a character, they'll usually make the reward for like the event. They'll usually make the reward like, look, you can see there's 10 more. So if I had done this, so I could wait, get the remaining 20 from this, and stuff from this. No, it's completely separate because like this is only 1 week into the banner, or like yeah. So like the Finance only had his banner live for like uh, I guess 10 days. So this is just a completely separate thing. That's just like, yeah. I have no clue why they chose to delay it a little bit. Uh, I'm sure there was some sort of reason for it, but okay. So she has 68 crit rate plus 20% going into battle, so she's gonna have an 88% crit rate, which is not great. I wish she. Wait, does she? I mean, it's a little too high. Let's swap to this. Does her crit rate go down? Okay, yeah. So that's 156 with her light gun. Okay. So she's gonna have an 88% crit rate. Yeah, we have a full month to do it, so it's completely separate from any of the banners. And then this will give me 50%. So I'll have 200% crit rate. It's not terrible. And she'll also get another 32%. I guess it's just 30. Like once you get enough core resonance, you'll just stick at that max 32%. Let's see for her. I mean, for 4 stars, not really, because she doesn't break effect that much. I mean, the crit rate is fine. Like crit rate in general is pretty good. Nah. That could be useful. No, I guess she does skill. It's just like she doesn't really give a shit. Like break effect is fine, and like the crit rate is definitely helpful. she does use her ultimate. The problem is, it's like, how often does she use her ultimate? Like, if she doesn't use her ultimate every 2 turns, you're... Yeah, it's a Salsetto. This would probably, I mean, I would say this would probably be better because it increases her attack as well as crit rate for beating enemies. But I mean, like, push comes to shove, you could just give her this. This is the one you can get from Farming Simulator Universe. Increases her attack. So, I could replenish my materials, even though I still have some rewards I haven't gotten. But either way. It's pretty. It's still not hotter than... So let's try out the trial. Oops. I just don't like Sunday. Oh, good. I like the permanent buffs. That means you can, like, stack buffs. Buddy. Like, he's useful. I've used him in trials. I understand his basic Oh, they changed that? Before you couldn't swap characters, so you couldn't use them. So I was like, oh. Yeah, I have Tribby. Oh, I see. So she has 3. So that must be, that gauge over there is 3 core resonance. That's what that gauge is for. 6. Yeah, I mean... Energy of him? How the fuck do you do that with her? Shot, see what this does. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so she doesn't use core resonance unless... Okay, so I thought she would consume core resonance every single time she goes. But it's only when consuming core resonance can actually give her the burst always. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. So it lets her go again instantly when using all the current core resonance. Yeah. Well, she went again almost immediately afterwards. So it seems like she gets a free skill. So basically, if at the end of her skill, if she has enough core resonance to consume them all to get her burst immediately, she'll get to go again and use her skill again so that she can, which will then convert her burst. Convert into her burst, like just now. Yeah, like Tribby just goes so frequently. Like her follow up attack triggers after any time anyone uses a burst. Her skill does is a um, party wide like all pen resistance shred. So it's just generally good. It's generally amazing. It reduces resistances for all elements. And then it's like a crit bonus. Like I think she gives crit damage bonus or something. But basically, you also like just like super stack her low on speed. Like she has low speed, so you can give her that like weird quantum set that like says, "Hey, if your speed is this low, you give a huge buff to like other people." Yeah, I think I left my tribute at a ridiculously low speed because like you don't want her to go that like she gets energy for other people going, so she's just like accruing energy all the time, and her buff only reduces in turn every time her turn comes up. So that having her super low speed is just really helpful. Yeah, that is kind of nice. The fact you can have overflow. Oh, I see. So you can kind of see how much there's her energy, and that little like white part is how much energy her overflow, or not overflow, how much energy her core resonance would give her. So you can kind of see how close you are to getting. Yeah, you can see the white gauge went up a little bit with that. That's pretty fun. I enjoyed that. She felt powerful. Yeah, it felt like her damage did a bunch. There's a few I don't know when I was forced to use Finon as part of the character the Trailblazer quest. He felt so weak. Yeah, it's when she does her skill, she'll heal, and all allies healed get their attack, I think, and speed increased. No, yeah, it's all three. Now the sucky thing is only the enemy that or only the ally that is targeted gets a I think a dispel. She does a dispel as well. Okay, so that's attack. Hey, I can actually swap now. Yeah, before they didn't let us swap, which was like, come on, man, that's annoying. Yeah, I did see that. They were saying, yeah, just use it multiple times in a row. So it's kind of like Dan Hong, the Illuminator, the Imbibitor, where it was like, yeah, you. I mean, it seems like he's actually using his skill three times. Or actually, no, more like or Chinkyu, or you know, the the gambler girl. Oh, jeez, that is a fuckload of skill points then. Okay. I already have that buff, so let's just do this. Oh, he gets follow-up attacks. Nice. How many does he get? Is it? Yeah, yeah. QQ. Whatever. KinQ? Whatever. Yeah. It seems it's kind of like her, except I guess he does attack. Each one is an attack, whereas her is just like how do you? I know how to spell her name. I don't know how to pronounce it. So a lot of people I've seen people just refer to her as QQ. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I see. Those four things down there are Nice. Nice explosion. How the... Actually, wait, he didn't get... Oh, is his ultimate the thing that... There we go. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Shit. No, this is an AoE, right? I wasn't paying attention. Ah, damn, he is pure hunt, darn it.
And fires my blood. Unlimited blade works.
Darn, I saw the animation for this. I was kind of hoping it would be multi-target, because, like... I see. So there's his... okay, so his ultimate gives him 2. It's kind of annoying. Shincha. Okay. Yeah, because I knew that, like, the Q can be pronounced as, like, the ch. But then it's been a long time since she's appeared, so I'm just like, I forget what her name was. Let's just... I think the fact that he only gets follow-up attacks every time he uses the ultimate, I don't like that. I prefer the ones where it's like turn-based. Like Cypher gets a follow-up attack every turn, which is limiting in and of itself because it's one follow-up attack every time her turn comes up. Now she is scaled on speed, so she's going to go very frequently. But it also means that if you can keep your turns up. Okay, time to fuck him up. Yeah, like I was kind of hoping that like at the end of like, if you're able to do all your things, you get that big explosion at the end. If that allowed, like if you're able to get follow-up attacks based on that, like if you're able to get some follow-up attacks by... Let's see, I don't... Well, I guess I do have his light cone, though, so... Oh, but I didn't farm for him at all. I knew I would get him, but I wasn't, like, gonna... Okay, so crit rate... How much does energy cost? What does this energy cost like? 220. Kind of high. But presumably it's because his skill gets energy for every single usage, right? Oh, I see. So that's why you said maybe stop at 3, is because his skill damage only increases 2 times. So using it once gets a 60%, using it the second time gets him 120%, and the last one doesn't matter, but... Follow-up attack. Oh, okay, so his follow-up attack gets skill points back. That's why they restrict it. Yeah, okay. Oh, but and he starts battle with 1. Okay. But even still, ultimate, because you can't use your ultimate all the time. That's kind of cool. If there's more than 4, so yeah, you really, really need Sparkle on the team. Like he boosts skill points by 2 as well, but having a Sparkle on the team is just gonna be ridiculously helpful, just for this to keep this up all the time. Let's see, I didn't even look at what his good stuff is. Oh, duh, no shit. Yeah, of course he's a quantum. He's a quantum. Of course he's gonna have the quantum set. Shit, I haven't farmed that set in forever. I see. I obviously see that people say, "Hey, use the quantum set." I don't. I see they said. I saw they said Gallagher. Hanya provides skill points. When you do her skill, Hanya does a skill that uses up a skill point, obviously, but it also, when you attack it, essentially, if you attack the enemy with that debuff, she puts a debuff on him with the skill. If you attack the enemy like 4 times, you get 2 skill points back. So it's basically an SP positive skill usage. And then her buff, or I mean her ultimate, um, yeah, hit them twice to get a skill point back, and you can do a total of, you can get a total of 2 skill points back. And then her burst, her ultimate, gives a huge buff, an attack and speed buff to one ally. That was Anya. Does Burden do? Burden doesn't do anything else. I guess you get a little 10% attack bonus. Not crazy, but still pretty good. Oh yeah, no, yeah. If they're burdened, they also take increased damage. So yeah, by getting a 62% attack bonus and a speed bonus based on hers, definitely useful. Oh wow, nice. She already increases crit damage. Damage boost. Oh, okay. So I think let's see. I don't have her maxed. What's the next level? 33. So just make it 40. They would take 43% more damage. Definitely useful. It works out pretty well for Archer himself because you take 4 hits. It's 4 hits, and so that's what he would do with his skill. Just do his skill 4 times to get 2 skill points back, and do 43% more damage. Yeah, it gives a so. I think it normally is 2 turns, so that would make it 3 turns. So you get a 62% attack bonus as well as a speed bonus depending on her speed. So you want to stack her with speed, which I don't. Oh, actually, I did. Holy shit! So she gets 20%. Yeah, it's 20% of her speed. Yeah. Well, I mean, the idea is that Hanya's skill gives a skill point back up to a total of 2 over 4 hits. So if you did Archer, Archer could do 4 hits back to back, and basically they'll be afflicted with burden while this skill is up. So Archer can do 4 hits back to back. So with burden active, those hits will do 43% at max level, 43% additional damage because of burden combined. I mean, Honey is a pretty good cheap alternative, but obviously, yeah, Sparkle as well. It will be super useful. But yeah, I don't think I'll do Saber's final thing because I see that I can get some. I need to do Origami Clash. Well, he gets an extra too, so you get 7. And while Hanya's skill is active, when she's burdened the enemy, um, when she's burdened the enemy, in those 4 hits, while yeah, sure, he's consuming 2 skill points each. Hanya's skill will give 2 points back by the end. So basically, if you were at 7, you could do it because the first 2 hits of Archer's skill will get 1 skill point back. So it'll go down from 7 to 3, and then Hanya will bump it up to 4, and she can do 2 more hits. It should, because it's any hit, basic attack, skill, or ultimate. but it is annoying because you have to be at max skill points. You'd have to have 7. You'd have to have 7 points. So Hanya's, because Hanya gives the last skill point on the 4th and final hit. So you would end the turn and then Archer would use his 4th and final hit, and then you'd get a skill point back because of Hanya's burden. Yeah. Yeah, that universal passive is super helpful. The free revive is really nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste a... So you get shit. That's interesting. That's actually really useful. That makes him far more friendly. Quantum weakness to it. It's super. That's kind of useful. It's free Branya. Ultimate damage increased by a shitload. That's nice. God damn. His skill ignores 20% of defense. It's insane. I think, yeah, when the turn, I think it's the turn, so you're actually like looking at like Memory of Chaos turns, not when his turn, I assume. But still, more skill points is nice. Getting more core, yeah, I don't know, maybe I might want to pull more Sabers, I'm not sure. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, but this only goes off like once. Oh, okay, it stacks. God damn, that's insane. So it just means that she gets a shitload more energy. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options you have when doing stuff. I mean, the issue with Ting Yun though is Ting Yun is gives a set amount of energy, and obviously Ho Ho is a little better because she gives a percentage of energy back. Oh yeah, from using me. Oh yeah, fuck. Yeah, I guess I should maybe help build him perhaps. What does he need?
任務はまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
Oh, I see. He needs the
任務
unicorn.
はまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
I mean, it's because that's how that's probably how it was in the anime. Yeah, he's just saying English words. I mean, I think Saber also said her, yeah, in English too. It was just her accent was kind of worse, and she was just yelling one word, so it was just. Oh yeah, what does this need to level up? He's the same unicorn shit, right? Oh yeah, he needs talent materials, and I have not farmed him. I have not pre-farmed for him at all. It was all about Saber. Oh, I know why. Haven't you heard? That's all the voice acting bullshit. The SAG is doing all the Oh, I see. It was basically just SAG saying, "Hey, we want money. We want to make sure we want to force you into that." So there was this whole strike, but it was kind of weird because in theory they weren't striking against MiHoYo, but then a bunch of like voice actors were like, "No, let's get in on that. Like we're striking for these other reasons." I assume it was because like this has affected all other shit. This affected Genshin. This affected maybe Zenless. I know it affected Genshin. Like we had Paimon's voice actor going fucking crazy like a lunatic, saying all sorts of stupid shit, and then like there was a lot of back and forth with a lot of the voice actors from MiHoYo projects saying like actually we're not like SAG hasn't actually issued us like hasn't told us to strike against MiHoYo. It was about other shit, but it seemed like voice actors were like, well, like we're just gonna do this because like SAG had this weird thing where it was like, oh, you can only like work on like union projects and stuff. Oh yeah, it totally was. She went way off the deep end, saying all sorts of crazy shit. But like, there definitely was a lot of back and forth where there did seem like there were some actors who were like, "Oh, we're on a strike," and so they just used the fact that they were on a strike for like some projects to like go on strike on everything, to try to like get MiHoYo, to try to like blackmail MiHoYo into like joining, like paying the union dues or whatever the fuck they need to do to make it like a SAG. Yeah, yeah. And then like, so Kenich's voice actor was like, "Oh, I'm still gonna work. I'm still gonna work," and then they were like, "Oh, you're a scab. You're replacing this person. Like you're not towing the line." Yeah, they wanted Genshin to become union, and I think it was just all of MiHoYo's projects. That was one thing. But that was the whole thing. Is that like SAG was trying to get like AI things in their strike, but SAG wasn't actually negotiating against MiHoYo. They were trying to do it for other projects, and then like the actors themselves were just like, "Oh, well, we're striking because of like, we're striking on these projects, but we're gonna try to like coerce MiHoYo into like joining the union because of it. Like we're gonna also extend our strike to beyond what it officially is to try to get MiHoYo to do what they want, essentially, which is like stupid and like fucked up. Like, and then and then people started getting replaced, or I mean, and then like that's kind of what happened with it. Yeah, it's pretty confusing because like there's a lot of stuff back and forth on either side, and so it's like it's hard to trust anybody properly because it's like, well, you know, let's see, let's build target to Archer, I guess, his shit. Because like there's a lot of back and forth. It's like, well, who can you really trust? Like, obviously you've had some people saying, "Oh, it's part of the strike," but then you have other voice actors saying, "No, like we're not striking it. We're not like striking against MiHoYo. We're like striking for some other thing." And so, yeah, like, and obviously the people who are striking are going to try to make it out like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it's totally this and that," and like they've tried to like bring MiHoYo to the drawing board and. I mean, for me, it would never really have affected me because like I never listened to in English. I always thought the English ones were far worse. I was like, well, I don't want to do it. So I didn't have to worry too much about it, but because like it was just one of those things where it's like either compared to the Japanese voices, like either the English ones could be as good or worse. Oh, thank you. And so at that point, I'm just like, well, if they can be as good or worse, then I might as well just do Japanese, where they're going to be as good or better. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you. Thanks for all your advice. I'll have to finish up Origami Bird Clash so I can get the remainder of those free destruction talent materials. See how much I actually need beyond that. But that's why I don't usually farm everything, because usually the patch the character comes out, the event for that patch will usually give additional talent materials. So if I farm exactly what I need, or if I pre-farm it, then I'll end up with some leftovers after the event. So I'm done. I might hold more for Saber at some point, but I don't have any more Stellar Jade, so I'm kind of tempted to get her C1 or E1. You know, get another duplicate, but we'll see. Like, I haven't watched a video. I'll see if I Win to Lose Gaming has posted a Saber video, because I think he does. I mean, I'm sure there's probably other videos as well, but there's other people who will go in and actually be like, okay, here's the pull priority. Here's the kind of like, yeah, that's the kind of thing where they'll like go into more detail, and they'll be like, here's the percentage of damage increase you get from getting her light cone. Here's the percentage damage you get from going from E0 to E1. And here's the percentage from E1 to E2 and stuff like that. So they'll usually like break it down by percentage of power increase. And so I could see like, is C1 super good? Like, is E1 super good? Because then E1's only like, oh yeah, you get a 5% power increase. I'm like, oh well then nah. But if E1 is like 15% and E2 is only 5%, then I might just might get an extra copy just for shits and giggles. I didn't see any, but I also wasn't really like looking for them either. And then I've obviously haven't checked it all today, so I'll go through YouTube, look at the channels I've subscribed to see if I can find a guide from someone who's already holding, or if I can't find one, then I'll just search it. But yeah, I'm not going to super invest in Archer. I don't particularly care about him that much. I do like Saber. I like Saber's design. I think her battles are pretty cool. I think at a glance her E1 looks super useful, but it's kind of confusing because it has to do with her core resonance. And her core resonance is a completely new, unique thing to her, which kind of requires some extensive testing, because it has to do with just how quickly she can do her ultimate. Because it's like, yeah, the more core resonance you can generate per turn, then obviously the faster you'll be able to get enough to be able to do your ultimate immediately and stuff like that. So it's just like, what is that threshold? Like, it's hard to tell at a glance, right? Like it's something you need to thoroughly test. You have to like go in, test it, be like, okay, if I go through a normal battle, how quickly do I accrue core resonance? How often am I doing my ultimates? And maybe you have something like Memory of Chaos, where it actually tells you how many turns you took to do something, and then I can see how it feels. But even then, I would have to still get her constellation, try it again, and see and compare. So that's why getting content creators to do it for me, when they're just buying it anyway for their to make their videos. And have them actually do the actual calculations, so hopefully it'll work out like that, but we'll see. So I need 6 more of these, but I only have 5 more battles worth. Yeah. Okay, it's one of those. Yeah, I do like her. Actually, I tried using her in Memory of Chaos because I was like, oh, I'll use her in Memory of Chaos to go against this thing. Or no, yeah, it was against Hule. I was like, oh, I'll try my Firefly break team against Hule, and like, it took so fucking long. It was like, holy shit, it was terrible. And due to some bad luck, I actually one of the characters ended up dying, so I had to restart it. And I was like, god damn, that sucks. That's what I thought at first. I'm like, oh man, maybe this is trash. And then I think, oh, it was Apocalyptic Shadow, and so Apocalyptic Shadow came out, and it's like, okay. And there was like one person who was weak to fire, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just throw in my. Oh, it was the Doomsday Beast. So I fought the Doomsday Beast using my Firefly team, and like we fucking destroyed it. So I was like, oh, okay. So like, I mean, Doomsday Beast is like the oldest boss in the game, so maybe that one sucks. But presumably, when they're bringing it in for the Apocalyptic Shadow, they're like buffing it up to the point where it's like going to be challenging. So it shouldn't be power creep for that. And so Firefly did really well against it. The Firefly team did really well against it. So maybe not. Like it's tough. It's still kind of up in the air. I'm like, it's hard to say. Like maybe. It could just be that Hule is really, really bad for Firefly teams. And you really need to focus more on, like, many multi-hit follow-up teams. Like, because obviously it was designed for Fei Xiao. And so maybe that's the team I really needed to have worked on. So, it's hard to say. But that was my first reaction. Like, shit, I think power creep is Firefly no longer useful. But then I used her in Apocalyptic Shadow. I'm like, oh, cool, she's still useful. Oh, thank God. Like, and like she'll still be useful in like simulated universe too. Like regardless, like having the fact that she drains her own HP is helpful, and the fact that she like drains and increases her HP is helpful because like there are buffs that trigger on that in simulated universe. So. So yeah, it could have just been a bad pairing, a bad team up. I thought it'd be fine because like I think Hule, I thought he was like weak to it, and he's also like a single target. So I was like, oh well, Firefly can induce fire weakness anyway, so like that will be fine. But yeah, I think it was mostly just the fact that like the other team members weren't really doing much damage and stuff, and so it was like reliant solely on Firefly for all damage, and she just wasn't like pushing it hard enough. And the fact that Hule's like toughness bar was so hard to break, and like the whole point of their damage is breaking their bar. And for most enemies, even like bosses, like it's not super difficult. That's why like the Doomsday Beast was fine because you're still able to break the bar, the toughness gauge of the hands and the center core bit. And that's why you didn't have a huge issue with it. But it's hard to say. It could have just, so at this point I'm just kind of like thinking it's probably just a bad matchup. That the mechanics of Hule just don't really work well for Firefly. But it could just simply be one of those instances where it's like, yeah, you having a it's like there definitely were some instances like that against like in that simulated universe one where you had like scepters and stuff. The ones where you did extra bonus effects if you were if you're using a scepter that did break, like if you were focusing on scepters that increased break damage, like it was really rough for break teams because like you aren't always able to break. Like a lot of the ways to charge your scepters and do shit like that is to like break enemy toughness bars. But like against bosses, that was like really tough, especially when you're doing it on like super high levels and like really ramping up the enemy damage and scaling and all that shit, and trying to like challenge the harder difficulties. It's really tough because like they have such difficult to break toughness gauges that you're just like kind of screwed. So, it is what it is. It's like it's not the end of the world, but yeah, it is kind of kind of because like I was using like Rappa as well. I was like, oh, I'll use Rappa and I'll do this, but it's like you just can't. It was just tough because like you they made it easier by having like one big boss followed by like four other small enemies, so you could at the very least break the small enemies. But even still, it was just like you have to either focus on like I don't know. It's like, and the scepters would like sometimes they just never target the right one enemy. As you also you'd be wasting like scepter damage, which is like the majority of all damage in that particular type of simulated universe, on the random small enemies, which you don't really give a shit about. So like therein was the other annoyance about that, where it was just like, whoops, like you just wasted your turn.
任務はまだ終わっていない。油断するな。
Go. Okay, one more of those. Oh yeah, for Saber. Oh, she's at the end, really? The end of all. Oh yeah, it's probably by path, isn't it? I mean, yeah, ultimate damage is good. Like you're always having more damage is there, and I assume this means that you just get an additional core. I like it. I didn't. I mean, it's not like it's super different than our current one. Because like her current one was, her current one was like, her current one is already kind of a skirt. You know, it's already kind of leggings and a skirt. This one just makes it more of a schoolgirl outfit, so it's not like a crazy huge difference. So I wouldn't say it's like a must-have. I mean, I do like it, so I got it, and I usually just buy the outfits anyway. But it's like it's not a crazy difference. Like I think Genshin outfits are definitely better because they just have so much more. They actually are really different. Like I didn't really like Ayaka's default skin. I just don't like the design. It just makes it far too Japanesey for my taste. A little too over the top. And so when they made Ayaka's Fontaine skin, I was like, wow, that looks really pretty. I really like that. So I got that. Like the Genshin ones definitely are more interesting and more varied. But then again, like, is that the only skin we've gotten? Firefly skin? Is that it? Oh, I mean, I get it. I understand why they did it. The elements they used as part of that skin, I just don't particularly like. Like I didn't like the little Kabuto helmet as her hair tie. I didn't like the little red ties on her forelocks. I didn't like the samurai, like the subtle samurai theming around some of her outfit parts. I didn't care for it as much. It's fine, and I understand why they did it, but I didn't particularly care for it. So when the Fontainian one came out, I'm like, wow, they removed all the parts I didn't like and made her look very pretty. So I was like, cool. And Firefly's one's not like a crazy huge difference. Still looks nice though. That's why I got it, but I don't think it's as like crazy as Genshin. So I'm kind of hoping the future skins will be a little more unique and varied, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. Oh shit! Do I don't have max supers. Shit. I don't know if I should get these. I'll save them for later. But anyway, that's all I wanted to do. Just wanted to pop on real quick, do my spins. So I'm going to head off. I might play the new event later. I don't even go into it by accident to see what rewards I get. I assume they're going to give us rewards for. They might give us more talent rewards, or maybe more of it will be for Archer, because it looked like the Origami Clash rewards fit Saber far more, giving destruction talent mats. But I also need to finish up Origami as well, so might be doing that later tonight. So But thank you all for watching, and I might also pull for more on Saber. We'll see. We'll see if I succumb to the temptation to try to get her to E1. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.